Hey, Gannacus, man. Breakdown of you and an individual off the European servers. You're within 81% as far as your gear currently. So, and I think this kill was about 5 days ago. So it was very, very accurate. The one piece though, or two pieces that he has that you don't. One of them makes it so that he has his tier 4 though, or tier 18 4-4 set. So he ends up doing way more aim shots overall, but that's not too big of a deal. So we'll take a look at damage done, and you clearly could see his aim shots through the roof because of the bonus. So yours is relative as far as what you should be doing, when you should be doing it. The big element that stood out when we were talking about it earlier was right here at Barrage. They fired it the same amount of time. So if you look at Cass right over here, that's how many times it was active, right? In total, as it shoots over the period of time that it does. They had theirs going for almost the exact same amount of time that you did, but they hit 266 targets to your 176. So they did a third more times than you did using it in the same amount of time. So it's a pretty big difference in total damage right there. Looks like it's about 800,000 or so just for aiming, at a better time. So like we discussed. And then once you look at each one of these, now if you ever want to take a look at logs when you're doing your own, you can left click right here and that'll select that section of time and we can do a direct comparison. Now I've already looked at each one of these here and this is kind of a refresher as far as the video. I made a video earlier, but I just felt like it wasn't conveying what it needed to. So what we see is the clear spikes as far as the amount of targets that Barrage hits, for example. And then if you come over to buffs, self-applied, you'll see that when the ring is shown, you have everything activated except for at the same time that you're getting a percentage to total damage done, right? So all this stuff went off and then that went off, where it was, you need to, as we discussed before, remember, you need to make sure that you're seeing the cooldown on the ring. And like I said, we're going to start having some sort of reference that it's active, be it in the text, for example, in the raid chat, or said over the mic. I think either one would be really good solutions to be able to make sure that we knew the ring was active and everybody else knew to go buck wild too. And if you see on the other player, it's potion, rapid fire, ring, everything going off at the same time. So naturally they're going to do more damage. So in total, just during that point, for example, because of the sequence, the ring being active versus their ring being active during everything being all their cooldowns being activated, you missed out on about 2 million damage just because of the timing of when the ring was activated to when everything else was activated. So that's 2 million you can put on the board. If you look at the other spikes, you see the same thing. It's just a matter of sequencing things under buffs. See, like the ring goes off here, rapid fire goes off here, missed opportunity. You did have sniper training active though. Remember, standing still is really cool. And anytime Thrill of the Hunt comes up and you have rapid fire available, it's an excellent opportunity to be able to spam like 6 shots in a row, for example. 3 shots plus, a couple of steady shots or whatnot. Whatever you got to do to keep it going. We also looked at, let's see, where's the other one? Resources. Okay, so remember we were talking about the overall use of focus, right? So what we have here are these clear moments that we discussed before, and I'm just going to point them out to you, where you've got like right here 20 seconds where you were at the maximum amount of focus that could be generated, and then you have several other spikes. Now they do too, but you can clearly see that there's all these moments. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that right there alone, that's like 10 seconds where you were at 120, and you could have dumped into aim shot, for example, or chimera. And then you see just several more as you go across. And then you got this huge drop where you used all your focus and then shot back up. And there's another one at the end here. Like, for example, hitting this maximum, for example, of your focus. And for that period amount of time, which is 20 seconds, so you didn't do any attacks, basically. So there's an opportunity right there to be able to, just be more active with the focus. So like I discussed, make sure you have the band, or some sort of focus image that you can put underneath the feet of your tune, and then have a numerical on it too. So that way you can either see like percentage, for example, or total volume, and a numerical like 120/120. So that way that number is always in your face. And if it is, then that means you'll be more proactive to be like, okay, I got to dump something, etc. You can also do sound generation too, like weaker roars, for example, could have it where anytime that you hit 120 focus, it'll make a noise. So you just have to find, either you'd have to make it or find it, as an example. So again, under buffs, really like before, if we look at self-applied, click up here, and cleans it up real nice so that you'll be able to see everything in sequence when it occurs. Again, remember the ring was here where theirs was all together. And then you see just consistency like of rapid fire through the hunt going off at the same time. They even missed out, like if they would have held that for the fact that they were going to use this, or for example this could have been moved to right there, they could have used it at that point. Same here, like if you're going to use rapid fire, and the ring is active, for example, you might as well use your second potion and just blow it up, because it's about damage chunks, and the more you can create, that's what you want. If you have an opportunity where all of this can go off at the same time, and especially like, for example, you're tracking sniper training and thrill of the hunt better, and you could get all of that to go off at the same time, like at the start, then you would create literally another cycle just like this one here. So like technically you could make this one here, and then if you just look in this section here and make sure that you're tracking, for example, the stuff that we've talked about, you could probably create something even bigger than that, to be honest. But it'd be relative. It would be like that in total, especially with the amount that would be present, of the additional ads and whatnot at the 2-minute mark, and every 30 seconds when they're released. So I hope that worked out for you. If you liked it, if you got any questions, just please comment below or in the forum. I'll be uploading this in just a little bit, and then it'll be placed there under the forum topic that we created for us to be able to discuss back and forth. All right? Have a great day.